It's HPR One, and I'm Dave Lawrence. Today, our guest is a guitarist known for his work with Miles Davis, the Mahavishnu Orchestra, Shakti, and a number of other musical adventures. Black Light, his latest album. We've been featuring it all week on our calendar. It's John McLaughlin and his Fourth Dimension Band, filled with inventive guitar playing as well as tributes to mentors, friends, recently passed on colleagues. It's a great treat to welcome to the airwaves of Hawaii Public Radio, John McLaughlin.
Thanks for the opportunity to speak to you, Dave. I really do appreciate it.
It's great to get to talk to you, John. And the Black Light album, a very modern psychedelic piece of art on the cover, and it has a sort of psychedelic name, too.
I'm an old hippie, Dave. That's part of my life. We could do with some hippie values in this world. But I think I'm like a lot of other artists. Sometimes we go back and recapitulate where we've been. The thing is, there's a tune for Paco, kind of a homage. There's a tune for Srinivas. These are very personal pieces to me, but of course you're going to hear the influences that have impacted on me since I was a young teenager.
There's a track on there. It's about a scholar or teacher who has mastered the 4 Vedic scriptures, Pandit Ji.
That's another homage, yeah. I had the great fortune to study under Ravi Shankar, who is known as Pandit Ravi Shankar. Now in India, they use the little word Ji. It's a term of admiration, almost reverence, and affection. Like when I'm in India, people call me John G. And so I wouldn't call Pandit Ravi Shankar Pandit. I would call him Pandit G. There's another title on Black Light called Here Come the G's. It's to do with the G again. Reference really to the Shakti group. Srinivas, he and the other percussion player, Selva Ganesh, we would never call them their name. We just call them either Srinivas G or Selva G. But in my heart and mind, it's really a homage to Srinivas, whom I miss dearly. This record is particular because you mentioned this kind of psychedelic element. Psychedelia, this was a very important part of my life. In a way, everybody was tripping on acid in the 60s, me included. But after like 6 months or 9 months of dropping acid, I just said, okay, I got the message. And I just started meditating and doing yoga, and here I am.
I want to pick your mind on the meditation. As much as you're comfortable describing your routine of meditation, how you go about it.
No, I don't mind at all. I'm happy to. The thing is, there are basically 2 principal aspects to my kind of personality. One is to do with bhakti. Bhakti yoga is the yoga of love and devotion. I spent a couple of years with the Sufis. The Sufism is the, how shall I say, the mystical aspect of Islam that is just so beautiful, where they speak about the beloved. The beloved is the one. And this really appeals to me. And then I subsequently studied 5 years with my Guruji, Sri Chinmoy, specifically Bhakti Yoga, where you cultivate the heart, the sense of love and the sense of unity. All the beings in the universe, we're all connected. The thing is, are you aware of it? Can you experience that oneness? The whole point of meditation is to have the experience of the beloved inside, or the unity that we all have, that we've always had. It's just that we're infatuated with our little minds and little personalities and little worlds that we forget about who we really are and what we really are, the big one that's inside of us all. Okay, that's the Bhakti side. Then there's the aspect of Zen Buddhism, the marvelous economy, simplicity of revealing what is and who we really are. One could say the aspect of Zen Buddhism deals more with the intellect, but not at the expense of the heart. But the Bhakti side is truly the development and the cultivation of the profound sentiment. I guess that's really how I see it.
Let's bring that down to daily. What is the routine that you use?
Well, I get up and I swim immediately. Then I go to meditate. But you have no control out of what kind of mood you be in. Sometimes you wake up in a more introvert mood. Sometimes you wake up in a more jolly mood. Mm-hmm. I don't force anything. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be. And so I will allow what my particular mood is to flow, whether it's towards this kind of bhakti orientation where I can contemplate the beloved, who is all of us, who is all of me, is all of you, it's all of everyone, and the beloved's always been there. The beloved cannot be anywhere else except deep inside of us. Or I will go more what I'll consider perhaps one Zen phrase, like the robin's egg is blue, and just let that go through me and not try to grab a hold of anything. My advice is don't meditate to get something. Don't try to grab anything because there's nothing to grab a hold of. You just got to let it all be. Whatever thoughts, they just flow through you and you don't grab a hold of them. You don't attach to a particular thought or a particular feeling. At some point, what happens in meditation, for me personally, is that I will move to a different level of awareness. But this is something I don't control. It will happen to you or it will not happen to you. It's like playing music. I cannot go on stage and say, I'm going to be inspired. No, it is going to happen or it's not. And that's all I can ask for is just to be there and be aware of what the miracle of existence truly is.
Just the name of this band, Fourth Dimension, and what you're talking about, the people that you have gone on, people you've more recently lost, others who have had a profound impact on you.
It's like someone like Miles Davis, who has such a powerful impact on my life. I have a specific photograph that I have near me when I work. And it's a photograph. He's not got his trumpet. He's got a paintbrush in his hand because he was painting. He's got these funky dungarees, but he's got this look. He's looking at the camera, but he's looking at me. It's a really special photograph. And he's just saying, you have it together? You know what I mean? And that's it. That's all I need. I have a photo of my mom, and she just smiles, and that's it.
God bless your mom, because I've read the stories about Beethoven's 5 years old, this huge impact.
Oh, you read that? Oh, man.
We owe your mom, because in so many ways...
Oh, do I ever. And my brothers, too. But my mom, God bless her.
And as I go to wrap it up with you, John, you did a real quick impersonation of him. When you talk about Miles, is there a favorite, maybe inspirational moment with Miles, or a moment, you're a guy he named songs after?
I got a lot of different stories, but I'll tell you one quick one.
Okay.
In the 1980s, I have two pieces for guitar and orchestra. In the early 80s, I wrote the first piece, and the second movement opens, and it's for Miles. The melody's on flugelhorn, and the guitar is just playing soft chords. I did the premiere with the LA Philharmonic. And Miles had moved out to Malibu by this time, so he came to the concert. So I saw him after the concert, and he said, I like the second movement. I like the second movement. They give me the notes, And anyway... So, I sent it to him, and finally I recorded the whole piece. It must have been a couple of years later. I was in Scotland, in Glasgow, at the Jazz Festival, and he was there, and I arrived the night before, just in time to see him. So after his show, I had the cassette. I said, Miles, I got the cassette for you. So we went back to his hotel. He got the Ghetto Blaster. He put the cassette in. He was sitting on the bed, and he listened to the whole thing from start to finish. And at the end, he turned on to me and he said, John, no, you can die. Unbelievable. Only Miles could come up with something like that.
All the personal stories you got, man. You're so generous with them. I admire you so much, and you've given me so much time today.
Well, no, thank you for giving me the opportunity. I really appreciate it, because maybe I'll sell another 5 records.
You never know. You got to have a good attitude about it.
You got to do it for love or forget it, right?
If you're coming through Asia again, dude, keep in mind, maybe there's an opportunity to do a gig here. You haven't been in a while.
I know. I would love to get there. I was talking to my wife this morning. I said, I'm going to talk to Hawaii tonight, And she said, I've never been there. I said, you got to go there one day. Anyway, we'll get there. And if I come there, I'm going to call you, Dave.
God bless you, John. I'm giving you a big hug. Please be safe, and I just cannot thank you enough.
Oh, you're very sweet. Thank you. I hope we meet again.
I hope we do too, John.
God bless you too, Dave. Take care of yourself. Hi, friends. This is John McLaughlin. I'm speaking with my friend Dave Lawrence on Hawaii Public Radio, the best radio there is. Keep listening.